Hey guys, good morning. おはようございます、皆さん。Freezing ray gun. Hey man, how you doing? Let's make me a little bit lower. Make me a bit smaller. ちょっとちっちゃくしましょう。As you guys see, I basically got a new thing. A new outline thing. Overlay thing. Yep, that's what it's called. So, and Kamishiro Taishi. I am Kamishiro Taishi, the translator, and you are watching ESP. No, you're watching live translation of Secret Org, chapter volume 5, chapter 8. That's what you're watching. Thanks for dropping by. Let's make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it a bit more. That should do it. Yep. That part is really big now. That part is super big. We don't need it that big. Alright, that's a bit better. Good morning. Xavier, hey, how you doing? How y'all doing? Look, I'm doing good. Yeah, doing good. Nice. Alright. というわけで、早速始めましょう。Let's get started, I guess. My mind is a bit distracted today, just saying. ちょっと今日、頭ちょっとね、混乱というか、心に入ってないというか、言っちゃダメですよね。I probably shouldn't say that. I'm a bit distracted today. Because before I start. Okay, there are a few things going on. One, my body hurts like absolute crap because I went to gym. And my arms are like dead. Then for some reason this morning my knee is jerking, like it's twitching, it's spasming like a lot for no reason. I don't know what's going on. And there's someone on a Discord server who mentioned steno to me, and now I'm sort of considering trying it. It's so weird. If you don't know what steno is, this is what it is. It's like a weird keyboard thingy for stenographers, people in courtrooms and stuff who transcribe things in real time. And it looks really cool. Like they can type it helps you type really fast. Like more than 200 words per minute. Like right now, my words per minute is only 100. It's gonna double it. That sounds really good, especially for when I like translate for live VTuber streams. And I mean, it'll probably also really help with like all the translation stuff, all the stuff that I do, because I type all this, right? I don't know. I'm considering it. Anyways, let's get started. That's enough. That's enough of a weird detour. Doing good, mate. Just ate some poutine and watching a Habs game. I don't know what is a Habs game. Is that the one where Pekko uses the trebuchet to destroy everything, and Bolton uses Zeus or something? That's what I think when I see Habs. I don't know what poutine is. What is poutine? I know it's the Russian president, but that's probably not what you're talking about. It's French fries. Soggy French fries. Huh? Is this good? What is this? What is this? It looks very fattening. It looks very fattening. I don't know, man. Are you eating this? Look at all this cheese. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I love cheese. I really like cheese, but I'm gonna stop dunking on your food. It looks really good, but I'm not sure. Alright, let's get started. よし、始めましょう。Check the channel. I posted a picture of what I ate. Let me see. Where is it? By channel, are you talking about my Discord server or what? Ukrainian style poutine. Don't mind me, first time here, just passing by. Hey Riku, welcome. It looks the same, man. It looks the same. I don't know, man. It looks like there's a lot of sauce on there, and it looks like my gym trainer would kill me if I ate any of this. It looks good. Good for you. Alright. 早速始めましょう。Third time I'm saying this, but let's get started. そして、影の形状操作っすよね、これ。操作、そして、形状操作と漢字訓練を踏まえ、大本命の発展訓練、影の立体化に挑む。That sounds sexy, really. Thank you. Alright, now that she was capable of manipulating her shadow and kanji kunden and sensing it, it was time for the main 大本命の発展訓練 the main 大本命 what we actually want, the not foundation. No, this dictionary has failed me. No, 大本命 this seriously, I have to do it myself. Stupid dictionaries. It's time for the main what? 大本命 main course? No. What we actually want for the actual desire. What do you desire? No. Greetings and apology for being late and sinful. Hey Manos. Hey. Xavier is Chatty Cat. Chatty Cat? It's Chad Cat, isn't it? It was time for the main topic, what we're aiming for. Adaptability training that we were building up towards. Yeah, I gave up trying to find a word for it, so I reworded it. What? No. What? That's not it. Okay, 立体 means 3D. So they want to make the shadows 3D. That's basically what it's going to be. But what the fuck is stereochemistry? What the fuck is stereochemistry? Oh. Okay, all right. So off from what we want. Making shadows 3D. I'm not sure if that's the right word for it. Making them 3D. Yeah, whatever. Let's do that. Sorry. Seemed like ouch. これさえできれば手品当然の影能力でも世界の闇と戦える。というか、これができないと辛い。やってやれないことはないはず。If she mastered this, her ability would immediately turn from being a mere trick, Tejina would immediately upgrade. Become elevated. Become elevated from being something on the level of mere sleight of hand to an actual power that could fight against the world shadows. Could be used to fight against the world shadows. Would immediately become Okay, so we did a little bit of messing about here. Let's talk about that. それさえできれば, if she mastered this, 手品当然の影能力, her ability. So we here's this 影能力, her shadow power. I forgot what was the word that we used for it. But it says 手品当然. So it's something like sleight of hand, right? Like, so something on the level of mere sleight of hand. So we added the word mere here because it's a comparison. So we want to sort of exaggerate. We want to exaggerate this comparison a little bit more. So we add the word mere, right? No, 影の力でも世界の闇と戦える. Become able to fight against the world shadows. We added this part, right? Because as long as she could do this, her shadow power, which was equal to a sleight of hand, even her shadow power that's equal to sleight of hand. So the demo means even if, right? Like even can fight. So 戦える. So this is 戦う means to fight. 戦える means can fight. So can fight against world shadows. So we changed it to become elevated. So we added the mirror. We added the become elevated to become like this. So it's normally without it, it would become like this. It would be from here to here, but then if you add the word elevated, it sort of gets that meaning across a bit better. It's basically, yep. Forgot how hilarious I am. I'm hilarious. Thank you. All right. Interesting. What switches are those? Oh, you mean my keyboard? I don't know what switches they are, honestly. You wanna see what keyboard I am using? Give me a second. Ornata Chroma. Is what I'm using. I don't know. It's probably not a mechanical thing then, probably, right? because it says this. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Moving on. 現実的に考えて影が立体化できるわけないのだが、トウカちゃんの炎は炎によく似た何かだし、ルーデンから電気も電気によく似た何かに過ぎない。ミキオちゃんが操る影も影によく似た何かに過ぎないわけだから、立体化しても何もおかしくないと思う。多分。If you thought about it reasonably, realistically, 現実的に right? So realistically, if you thought about it realistically, there's no way that shadows could become 3D. However, Toga-chan's fire flames were a sort of pseudo flame that could do many things that normal flames could not do, and the same went for Rudenka's electricity. Let's see, anything to talk about there? Toga-chan no hono wa hono ni yoku nita nanika. So it's like a something. We reworded that as a pseudo flame that could do many things that normal flames could not do. So we basically broke this up. We basically expanded this, right? Like, kage ni yoku nita nanika. So we expanded it into adding this for the word flame, and then could do many things that normal flames could not do. Yep. And then here he basically repeated the same for Rudenka, but then here we simplified it, and the same went for, yeah, their mechanical membrane makes zero noise, but it has noise. I don't know. I mean, I don't really mind the noise though. Like, yeah, it's fine. Keyboard goes burr. Hello. Pseudo means fake in a sense, yes, or like half real, or like sort of like pseudo. Why is it capped? Being apparently rather than as stated. So yeah. Okay, man, like this example is a terrible example. It doesn't really tell you how to use the word. Oh dear. There we go, that's a bit better. But yeah. みきおちゃんが操る影も影によく似た何かに過ぎないわけだから立体化しても何もおかしくない。Shadows that Mikio-chan controlled were also a kind of pseudo shadows, so it wouldn't be strange should be able to become 3D. Or so I think. Maybe. Instead of maybe, let's go hopefully. Yeah. So hopefully still has the same degree of uncertainness. but it has a bit of a more positive slant to it. There you go. Become. So basically, 立体化 we're going become 3D for 立体化. I mean, it sort of works. I don't know if there's a better word for it in English. Multi-layerization is probably not the right word for it. Yeah, no, so 立体化学 would be the stereochemistry. Yeah, it's fine. Let's leave it be. I always think of pseudo like the Chinese knockoff Air Jordans, you know, fake, but with some trace into old. So that one would probably, the word you're probably looking for would be fall. That's because there's like fall fur. That's like fake fur, so not actual animal fur. So in your case, it would be like fall Jordans. So like the pseudo would not be, like pseudo Jordans would not be the right word for there. So it's similar, but it's different. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, what the difference is. I like keyboard that goes burr, but I usually typo easily with those. Well, that's why you type them and delete them. That's also one of the reasons why I'm really considering trying out Steno, because apparently you can delete the entire word, which sounds very helpful. だっての影能力だぞ。こう影を伸ばして鋭く鎌みたいにしてざっくり敵を切ったり、影を伸びて這い上がって敵をぐるぐる巻きにして拘束したり、あるじゃん。おじさんそういうの見たいな。Because we're talking. Okay, I really need to bring the word back up. Give me a glossary. What do we use for it? Arabokinesis. Because Google doesn't agree with that. It's a word. Add it to dictionary, please. Thank you. Cause we'll leave it. And this is one thing that I learned not long ago. When you're doing this, like it's a bit harder to see because it's italics. See, apparently that is wrong. Apparently that's wrong because you have to do this. Is the correct convention, apparently. It's ending quotes, not the starting quotes. Which is, it's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So, ending quote. Clear the other one. There we go. I'm using membrane now because family hates the noise. I mean, this is membrane and it still has noise. I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine a totally silent keyboard. I don't know how that would work, man. Pseudo medicine. Yes. For medicine, the word pseudo would be correct. Yes. Yes. I haven't cleaned my keyboard in ages. I mean, it doesn't look that dirty, I don't think. I mean, I see a few hairs in there. No, I'll focus. No, stop. こう敵を伸ばして鋭く噛む。Are there characters that can extend shadows and make it sharp, like a scythe, and use it to make sharp. Instead of going sharp, let's go giant scythes. To mow down enemies. 敵を切ったり, but like this is to cut enemies. 敵を切ったり, but like come on. If we're gonna do this, let's go all the way. We're not just gonna cut enemies. We're gonna mow down enemies. And it's gotta be giant fucking scythes made of shadow. Hell yeah. What does this make me think of, man? Anime. Scythe. Shadow. There we go. Yes. I don't remember who else does this. And So Eater. Yes. Oh my god, the memories. Good series. Do-da-da-da and So Eater. Yes. Yeah. Wait, how do you use quotes again? I don't understand your question. Like this? Like that, normally. Oh, and another thing about quotes, since we're talking about quotes, right? Apparently, I learned also quite recently that sometimes people put like single quotes for things inside a sentence. For example, let's talk about. This is not a translation, but like say like Mikio-chan can use shadow powers, you know, like when you use quotations like this in a sentence, like there's some people who would use single quotes. This is apparently wrong. You do not do this. The only correct way is like double quotes. You know, there are some people who would go like, so in some occasions you use single quotes, in some occasions you use double quotes. No, it's just double quotes for everything. Like this. This is the correct one. So single quotes are only for quotations within quotations. Like the other one that I did. Hi, this is a quote. So this is the only place that you use single quotes and stuff like this. So there you go. There's a today I learned. There you go. Take my red super chat 100%. $100. Thank you. Taken. Also, creative writing is hard. I remember why I dropped it so many years ago. Well, you get better the more you do it. So write more. Good job with the other one that you wrote the other day. To mow down enemies, 影を伸びて這い上がってぐるぐる巻きにして後続したり、extend shadows and use it to make giant size and mow down enemies, or truss enemies up. Stories with characters that can extend shadows and use them to make giant size, mow enemies down, or truss enemies up. Right. おじさん、そういうの見たいな。おじさん。God damn. How am I going to translate おじさん? Let's just go. Me. I really want to. Okay, this makes him sound a bit more excited than in the source text, but it should be fine. It's in character with Sago. He gets excited about this kind of stuff. Alright, let's move it on. もちろんそういうのは世の創作家たちの妄想の産物であり、同じようなことをみきおちゃんができることを保証するものではない。Of course. These depictions were all fictional. Were all products of the imagination of various 創作家 authors, writers, novelists of various creators. Let's go writers. All products of the imagination of writers, and there was no guarantee that Mikio-chan could actually realize could actually do any of them. I want a better word than do though, because do is so plain. I'm leaning on realize right now. Achieve. Okay lah. Yep. Thank you for the grammar class. Hey, no problem. Funny how I learned something new from a VTuber that will actually help in life. What are you talking about? Ollie did a thing with math thing, right? Won't you use... Are you saying you will never use polynomials in real life? What are you saying? Everybody uses polynomials in real life. What are polynomials? Even I don't know. I didn't watch the stream. 流電から発電能力がまるで使い物にならなかったように、みきおちゃんも影がめっちゃ動いて目を閉じていても明るさがわかる。すごいっちゃすごいけど、戦闘力、買い物能力者として完成してしまう可能性も十分にある。Just as Liu Denka's... Darn it, I closed the glossary. I don't remember what... Don't remember what we used as the power for... これか。No, electrokinesis. Yes. Electrokinesis turned out completely useless. Let's go practically useless. Let's be a bit nice on her. Poor girl, man. Like, just turned out practically useless. There was still the possibility that, although being able to tell how bright a room is, even with her eyes closed, is a nifty trick. Kage ga meccha uoite being able to manipulate her shadow and there was still the possibility that Mikio-chan ended up with 0 fighting power. Chan's power ends up with 0 fighting strength. Very much still existed. Okay, we definitely need to break this down. Because this is a long ass sentence. So one thing when talking about long sentences, first is to the first thing that would come to mind to my mind at least is how can I break it up, right? The first idea would be to break it up. In this case, however, I don't think I can break it up, at least with the 50% brain power that I'm using right now, because out of 50% is speaking. With the 50% brain power that I am using to translate right now, I don't think I can see a way to break it up, because this one is sort of an aside, right? So technically, you could also do this, right? So if you see that, then that means the sentence is actually not that long. The sentence is just this part, and this is the aside. Okay, now if you ask me what's the difference between using commas to break off an idea and using em dashes, I don't know. That's something I would have to look up. So first of all, we cannot break down the sentence, and there's no particular need to break down the sentence. Okay, then the next thing we look at for this sentence would be so the first part is absolutely pretty much one for one. There wasn't much change done to it, right? まるで使い物にならない。Practically useless. Again, we changed it from so まるで使えない。So pretty much まるで means pretty much, right? So there you go. Completely. But we took a little bit of liberty to sort of soften it a little bit, which is something I do quite often. みきちゃんも影はめっちゃ上で。Okay, then the next part we really need to talk about. Here, I finally found it. The kedo, we put it all the way here. Okay, because here is like this is all the kage mecha. So this is the shadow moving and closing her eyes and can tell brightness. It's amazing, but okay. But here we move this at the top, and then we added all the thing about manipulating her shadow and telling how bright a room is, and with her eyes closed. So we it's sort of I'm not sure what I want to say about this, but it flows better like this, right? It's a nifty trick. So sugoi is sugoi, right? So is sugoi. But obviously we can't really do that. So that's sort of in keeping with the degree of like what Sago is trying to say about her power. And then we ended off with kedo sentou kaimu, almost 0 fighting strength. 能力者として完成してしまう可能性も there's 可能性も十分にある there is more than enough of a possibility of it. So again, here we broke it up. The possibility, blah, 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 very much still existed. Here we could, here it looks like I unconsciously changed the form a little bit. The possibility, Mikio-chan ended up as an Esper with 0 fighting strength. Still. So okay, so I reverted the form. That's something that I do every once in a while. I feel like not conscious, unconsciously I change the form of what it said, and sometimes I have to go back and go like, if being more literal is fine too. I don't know why. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, is Japanese your first language? Cantonese is, because I'm a Hong Konger. Then English, then Japanese. Though I never really learned Cantonese much. So I would probably say that my Japanese is better than my Cantonese. It's not just say, like, I know that my Japanese is better than my Cantonese. But my spoken Cantonese is better. I can't really read it. So I would not be able to translate from Cantonese to English. Yep. でも夢見るぐらいいいよね。みきおちゃん最近よく夢見たい。I'm sorry. 夢見たい。Ooh, okay. Do we want to talk about that? Tones. Japanese tones. I totally messed that up. 夢見たい means like a dream. Where 夢見たい。夢見たい means I want to see a dream. So yeah, tones are important in Japanese. あと言っては言ってはしゃいでいるが夢で終わらせないでくれよ。みかちゃんに夢見せてるんだから俺にも夢見せてくれ。Okay. But dreaming is 夢ぐらいいいよね。But everybody wants to dream. 夢ぐらいいいよね。But dreaming is fine. No, that's not the right way to do it. But dreaming is 許される。Dreaming is I would say this, but no, this is not good. It's a bad one. でも夢見るぐらいいいよね。But we can dream at least. But we can at least dream, can't we? Drama. There we go. Final form. I like that. みきおちゃんは最近よく夢みたいと言ってはしゃいでいるが夢を終わらせないでくれよ。みきおちゃん。It's like a dream. Has become Mikyo-chan's latest. Is there a different word for model? Just something that's not that you're living by, but just something that you keep saying. Slogan is definitely different. Battle cry is not what we're looking for. For Narnia! Her latest... Yep. So that's the way that we got we got around that. Because we didn't have a specific word that we liked. We reworded it so that we don't need to have the weird non-existent word. So yeah, there we go. But please don't let this end as a dream. So 夢で終わらせないでくれよ. So again, we added mere to sort of emphasize, not really emphasize, to sort of convey the feeling better. みきおちゃんに夢見せてるんだから俺にも夢見せて She gets to dream. So, Mikio-chan is being shown dreams. So, obviously, when we say dream here, we're not talking about the one where you fall asleep and then the T-Rex chases after you or something. This is sort of like you're when you think of something and then your mind just goes like for example, like it would be my dream to I don't really have a dream. Let me think of a different sentence. Maybe. Right, okay, maybe like it was Kiara's dream to become a part of Hololive. So a dream, the word dream in that way, okay? So she gets to dream. Why can't... This sounds a bit negative, doesn't it? I'm gonna leave that like that for now. Although I'm not entirely satisfied with what it is, because he's telling reality to he's talking to reality, basically the sentence, right? He's talking to reality, like Mikio-chan gets to dream. Miseteru is not that she gets to dream. It's reality is showing her dreams, is letting her dream, allowing her to dream. And so he's saying, like, you know, 俺にも夢見させてくれ。So let me dream too. It's very, very repetitive. But for now, okay, I'm gonna leave this for now, and I'm gonna move on. I'll look back at it in editing, in post. Yep. 影の立体化訓練にはまた光源の移動を使った。In order to the training for. Okay, no, we really need a better word for 立体化 than becoming 3D. For, you know what? Fuck it. I'll make my own word. Fuck it. Come on, like, there's gotta be someone who's used this word. 3Dization. なんじゃこれ。Screw it. Screw it. I'm doing my own thing. I shall go my own way. I shall forge my own road. Okay, whatever. That's enough of that. まずは室内でみきおちゃんを照らし床に影を作る。そして日が沈むように光源の角度を変えていくと影が伸びていき、床から部屋の端に移動して最終的な壁を這い上がっていく。みきおちゃんにはこの影が垂直に壁を上がる感覚をつかんでもらおう。感知訓練で影を通した感覚を養った今ならわかるはずだ。First, we shone a light on Mikio-chan so that her shadow is cast on the floor. そして日が沈むように光源。Then we slowly changed the angle of the light source of the source, like it was the sun setting. Kageが伸びていき、床から部屋の端に移動して最終的に壁が這い上がっていく。Slowly change the angle of the source as if it was the sun setting, so that her shadow elongated gradually, until it started climbing up the wall, until it reached the edge of the room, and started climbing up the wall. みかちゃんはこの影が垂直に壁を這い上がる感覚を掴んでもらう。The idea was for her to grasp the feeling of this feeling of a shadow, her shadow. Just grasp this feeling of her shadow moving up the wall, climbing. I want a different word for climbing because we already used the word climbing here. Let's look for climbing. Ascending. Rising. Creeping. Creeping up the wall. Yeah. Okay, this is repetitive, so we just finished this word, now we just do this part. Until it reached the edge of the room and started climbing up the wall. The idea was for her to grasp how that felt. Yeah, get rid of all the repetition, screw that. Yep, how that felt. 感知訓練で影を通して感覚を養う今ならわかるはずだ。Theoretically, she should something that she haven't developed. Okay, let's see if there's anything to break down on for this, right? So first of all, we killed the repetition here for just the ideas for how to grasp how that felt. 感覚をつかんでもらおう。感知訓練 after having developed her sensing capabilities. 影を通した感覚 after having developed her ability to sense things through her shadow. That's fine. We can simplify it in English and it works just fine. 今ならわかるはずね which is something I should be able to do. Yep. Okay, good. Good evening. Just woke up. Hi, Tobias. And Riku has returned. Hungry. Well, eat. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Do you have food at home? Order Food Panda or something. Uber Eats. Make sure you have a taser ready. Just in case the Uber Eats guy is weird. 水平方向だけでなく垂直方向に影を動く感覚が理解できれば影を垂直に動かすつまり立体化させることもできると思う。When she managed to when she grasped how it felt. I really like the word grasp here, but I feel like we used it once before. Comprehend. Suss out. Did you guys see there was like a whole commotion on Twitter like a while ago about the word sus? Because somebody used the word sus in an official anime translation. I think it was for Nagatoro. The one for Nagatoro-san, they used the word sus, and there was a whole thing on Twitter about how like localization. You guys use the memes that are not in the words, but the localization people push back saying like this is an actual word with an actual history. So I don't know why I brought that up. It is an actual word. Just know that. It's, how to move shadows on the I'm trying to phrase this as a sort of XYZ plane, but that's not right. How to move shadows horizontally, vertically, as well as she could horizontally, then the leap to 3D should be easy. と思う。At least, that's what I hypothesized. At least that's what I thought. So, と思う。Omo means to think, but you know, like hypothesis. He's thinking about it's a hypothesis. Whatever. As it is in translation, it's all synonyms, but all the words have different connotations, and you just find the one that works best. No food at home. Too early to order anything. That is terrible. That is terrible. Why do you not have food at home? I don't have food at home, but that's because I have a 7-Eleven right downstairs. そして訓練は極めて順調に進んだ。 俺が考えた訓練法は良かったのか、みきおちゃんが才能に溢れているのか、どちらなのかは知らないが、3週間で影の立体感をマスターした。曰く、エレベーターに乗った時のグワーンって体が取り残されるようなイメージで影を口に動かせばいいらしい。なんとなくわかる気がする。そして、極めてactual training went extremely smoothly. There was no telling whether it was my training menu that was spot on or if it was let's change the form of the sentence a little bit. Okay, I like this form a bit more. As always, it's a difference in connotation, right? You can see it. This is the English, so you can see what it is. There we go. And we're deleting that. 3週間で影の立体感をマスターした。Did manage to master 3Dization in 3 weeks. I'm sticking with this word. Looks like I'm sticking with this word. Iwaku, according to her, or to hear her in her words. There we go. エレベーターに乗った時のグワーンって体取り残されるようなイメージ。Hold on. So this is like when riding an elevator. Guan, I'm not quite sure. 体が取り残されるようなイメージ。When your body is left in the air. イメージで影を口に動かせばいい。So, so move the shadow in midair, like the way your body feels left behind when riding an elevator and it goes guan. I assume she's talking about when the elevator goes down then, right? When do you feel like your body's being left behind when you ride an elevator? When it's going down then. Yeah, because when the elevator goes up, the force on you is higher, and so you feel like you're being pushed up, so your body is not being left behind. But when the elevator is going down, because it's falling, that starting part, if the elevator is going fast and your body is not matching the velocity of the elevator, it feels for a split second like your body is being left behind. Okay, so elevatorに乗った時。So here when she's talking about when you're riding an elevator, so now we've just established that she's talking about when the elevator goes down. Okay. Move the how does that make sense? I just moved the shadows in midair, like how it feels. No, this is a terrible sentence. This is a terrible sentence. Hold on, I'm not sure I understand what this is talking about actually. How do you move shadows in midair? Okay, now we're getting really metaphysical here. 影を空中に動かす。It feels like moving shadows in midair feels the same as how my body gets left behind. Let me see. Always have emergency cans in case you run out of food at Niku. Day's been boring without my laptop, been sleeping, nothing to do than eating. Why do you not have a laptop? Did your laptop break? That's sad. When in doubt, French onion soup is cheap to make. Alright. Cooking tips. Here. Right here. You heard it first. I don't cook, so I don't know. Usually have noodles and pasta as emergency, but I haven't restocked yet. I see. Without the laptop, work and studies are particularly non-existent, and with just too much boredom, I just sleep it off, so my schedule is worse than upside down. Oh dear. What happened to your laptop? Now I'm curious, what happened to your laptop, and when are you going to get it back? Is it with the provider, or you're getting it fixed, or what's that happening? This sentence is giving me trouble because I don't actually understand what it's saying. So, let me see. Moving the shadows feels like leaving her body behind. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We split up into 2 sentences. That's resolved it. Yay. I wouldn't actually say like when in doubt split it into sentences, but oftentimes if you split it into sentences, it works. Yay. なんとなくわかる気がする。 よしよしよしよしよし。Laptop has been more broken by people who are supposed to fix it than... Aww. F. Oh, you're Owl. Hi, Owl. I see. Hey. Everybody's names are different here, so I have to remember everybody's names. Are you saying that I have an interesting accent? Because mine is practically American. Halfway through that sentence, I realized I probably shouldn't say it since there's so many American accents. Everybody has an accent, I suppose. Alright. そんなこんなで夏はあっという間に過ぎていき、秋も深まり11月に入る。Everything. Well, with everything going on, what's with everything going on? Summer passed in the blink of an eye. Fall came and Aki ga fukamaru. Fall is like it's deep into fall and it's now November. But is November fall? Summer passed in the blink of an eye. And fall is almost over at November. Stupid. Hold on. What months are fall? Such a stupid thing to look up. Hold on. September, October, and November. Oh, okay. So it is... November is part of fall. Interesting. Summer passed in the blink of an eye. Fall came. Fall... I forgot this wasn't Discord itself. It's fine. It sounds similar to how Germans speak English. Really? That's interesting because I don't know German. I don't know German. There are some German songs that I wanna sing in an eventual karaoke stream if I ever get there, if I actually manage it. I've never spoken German. I don't know. You can tell the difference based on typing. Not sure. Summer passed in a blink of an eye. Fall deepened. Kamari. Deepened is the wrong word. Deepened is the Japanese word for talking about the passing of the seasons. Fall intensified. Fall. And then like somebody will crop this part and make it like do the jittering thing like zzz. Different word, not that one, not intensify. Summer passed in a blink of an eye and follows all. So this leaves out everything about the fall. Do we want it like this? Is there a way to improve on this? Is there a way to add fall to this? Summer passed in a blink of an eye, and fall as did fall. So I would be able to do this if November wasn't fall. November is fall, according to what Google says. With everything going on, summer and fall. Let me see. Would fall melted into winter? Probably not the right word. See, the thing is, they're talking about November here, so it's technically still fall. So this one is wrong. It's factually wrong. So that's why I don't like this one. Because November is still fall. They're now deep into fall. So we can't do melted into winter. You know what? I'll kill November. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'll add it to the next part. Yeah, let's do that. 冬休み前に大きめのイベント一つやっておこうということで、カブラギさんが根回しを進めていて、俺はみきおちゃんの訓練を監督しながら新型 PSI ドライブの開発調整役をしていた。Suggested that we fit in a big event before winter holiday, before winter break. And so Kaburagi-san went ahead with the preparations. While I continued to supervise give chance training and of a new PSI drive. Let me see. We were deep into fall, so we basically killed November. Is there anywhere that we can fit November in? Deep into. We were nearing the end of fall. And we entered November. We Enter November with winter just around the corner. Hold on. Hold on. Dude, this is perfect! This is perfect! Epiphany! Yeah! 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 Oh, I can probably be done. I love this. Oh, yes! Yes, it feels so good. Yes! Again, break up the sentence. Yeah. What is this? Bro, Taishi, if we ever have a karaoke stream, y'all will cry for my singing skill. And we can force Taishi to join us in karaoke and suffer from ear bleeds. I don't know, man. I really like karaoke. But the thing is, and I've said this before, I sing pretty well when I sing with the guiding tune or with the other singers. I'm good but I can't hold the pitch when I'm by myself. It's a really weird thing I have. Probably from listening to songs too much. I don't know if that's a thing. Yeah, I can't keep the pitch when I'm by myself. I need something to sort of always keep me on the pitch, because like it's weird stuff, like for example like the intervals. When I sing the intervals, I'm a bit flat. I make it a bit less higher than it's supposed to be. I don't know. I do like singing though. I do like singing. That's sort of part of why I'm doing the piano things, because when I have the piano, then the piano can be my guiding thing and I can sing with the piano. But it takes time to practice each song, so we'll see. And also, I have no idea how to do a karaoke stream. Like all the other VTubers are doing karaoke streams, but I don't know how to do that. I don't. Do they all just are really good at singing? I don't know. All right.秘密結社アマテラスが誇る秘密兵器 PSI ドライブの開発修理を請け負う金属加工会社金山テックは、社長が俺をはめて社会的に抹殺しようとした一件以来、俺にも冠城さんにも頭が上がらない。結構な無茶言っても秘密厳守で黙々とこなしてくれる。Okay, so this is we're gonna have to rearrange this sentence, but let's do this like part by part. Kaneyama. Check the metals. Processing. Company that handled the development and maintenance of our PSI drives. Right now I'm thinking about this whole thing. Do I want to add it? Here, I'll add it and let you guys see how it looks. And then you'll see why I was considering it. They handle the development and maintenance of it's a whole thing. It's really, really, really long. No, I don't think we need it. Which we had drummed up as secret weapons of a secret organization. We don't need it. We don't need it. Screw it. Okay, so that's the first part. 社長が俺ははめて社会的にマッサージしよう。After the incidents where the president attempted to frame me and assassinate me. Xavier says my special ability is that I can gay freestyle to any beat, and in karaoke I make others cry. I'm not sure what that means. Tobias says I'm tone deaf. I've been told so. At least you can get the right pitch. Pong Kennedy, hello. こんにちは。こんにちは。今日は日本語があんまないっす。なんか読み上げるだけが日本語です。すいません。Simpler is better most of the time. Easier readability. Exactly. Good way of putting it, Xavier. After incident where the attempt in a social attempt頭が上がらない. This is a very Japanese phrase, which means this. To be unable to act on an equal basis with. This is a very Japanese concept in itself because it implies that people know their respective status. Right? So you have to read the room, I guess, sort of. Like you can a good example would be Coco using her senpai privileges to force Kali to say random things on the street. Maybe a bad example, but sort of like that. Like everybody understands their respective status, and if someone's above you, you can't really say no. You can't really argue with them. That's the concept behind this phrase. 頭が上がらない. So now I have to think about how I'm going to translate this in English. So here the president attempted to frame Sago, right? That was volume 2. And socially assassinate him. Yeah, it was the whole thing. Go read volume 2. Time to frame me. He couldn't really say no to me anymore. But see, in English, for people who speak English, you would still say like yes. I mean, you might have something in the past, but then you put it behind you, like water under a bridge and blah 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 blah, and you would just keep on doing shit. But that's not how it works in Japanese society. He felt reserved about saying no. Has no footing to say no. It's okay, I speak English. Oh, okay, okay, that's good. That sounds rough, so I'm pretty sure it's just included in common sense here. It sort of is, but I mean, I'm not really here to talk about whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just struggling with how to translate the idea without going on a whole spiel. That I just went on. Like I have to, because when you translate, you have to make it, you have to do it in a way that makes sense in the language, right? Like you have to convey the whole idea. Like if I just go like he couldn't really say no to I mean, technically I could do that, but then it wouldn't make sense anymore. It wouldn't really make sense to English-speaking people. You know what? Another thing that we can do is we can see how other people translated it. Morally indebted. Oh, okay. Okay. Can't hold up my head before him. Is this a thing? Look him in the eye. Him, whatever. Him, her. Hold up one's head. Show pride or confidence, especially in a difficult situation. He had held up his head. Most exalted company. No, I feel like that's a different meaning, isn't it? That's a different meaning. Which one was it? No match for. See, if it's... I'd probably go morally indebted. I think I might go with that. これにしようかな。He's kind of blackmailing him. It sounds like Sago's blackmailing this man. No, it's not. It's not. The president of Kaneyama Tech attempted to blackmail Sago, and it failed. It didn't work. So now that's sort of Sago's not the one who's holding it over the president's head. It's just the president feels this morally indebted. I guess morally indebted is the sort of word we would use for having attempted this thing, and they couldn't. You know, their relationship between Kaneyama Tech and Amaterasu is too tight knit, so they couldn't break the relationship either. So, oh shit! Why did I do that? Okay, so that was the combining of the two phrases into one full sentence. Okay, not much to say about that. 結果の無茶言っても秘密原子を黙々とこなしてくれる。Made rather 無茶言って rather even when we made rather ridiculous requests of him, far-fetched or absurd. Unreasonable. Reasonable requests of him. He would still say yes and he would keep it secret. He would keep our secret. He would keep our secret for us. He would strictly keep our secret for us. He would scrupulously abide by compliance, NDA. We expanded it quite a lot. Let's look at this. Hold on. Let me see what Xavier said. The action treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing, compromising, or damaging information about them. That's blackmail's definition. I just saw the weather on your desktop. Are you based in Hong Kong? Yes. Yes. I'm from Hong Kong. How'd you see it? Where it happened? Where was it? Where's the weather? I didn't see the weather. Where's... Doesn't really matter though. Yes, I'm in Hong Kong. Or if you want to go with the weird setting, I'm Angel Hong Kong or whatever. Although I don't really do that sort of stuff. I'm not that kind of VTuber. See, Xavier, like that. Yes, that is the definition of blackmailing. But the thing is, Sago's not holding it over this president dude. The president dude is feeling it, is doing stuff for Amaterasu out of a personal sense of moral obligation. I guess if you say that Sago is taking advantage of it, sort of. I guess you could say that. Yes. But it's not. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm standing up for Sago. I mean, it's sort of a win-win situation because, you know, the company gets to earn money also and all that, so whatever. Anyways. Let's see. 結構な無茶言っても even when we make rather unreasonable requests, 無茶 or you, right? So unreasonable requests. 秘密厳守でも曇るこなしてくれる秘密厳守 so he'll protect our secret so he'll keep it under wraps and も曇るこなしてくれる so he will work on it silently so silently means without complaint so here we took the yes here 上がらない頭が上がらない means he can't say no so we sort of took that and we put that into this sentence instead and we flipped it and he would still say yes. He would still agree, and he would still say yes, and work on it without complaint. So that's the moku moku. And then taking on this help keep it under wraps. So that's the this. We really expanded it because there's no, that I know of, there's no direct English equivalent. So that's what happens when there's no direct CO secrecy, right? Observe strict secrecy. Observing strict secrecy. Yes, it doesn't seem as good, right? Observing strict. Nah, I think I like this better. Okay, next. Damn, so is this a cultural differences? Yes, it's a cultural difference. But Sago Loop, yes, I wouldn't be surprised if he blackmailed someone. Has Sago ever blackmailed people? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised either. No. Sago wouldn't blackmail people because he has telekinesis and he has clairvoyance. So it's not blackmail that he does. He does it more like surreptitiously. Like with the whole thing with Nicholas. Remember Agent Nicholas? The super... so Sago wouldn't do it in a sort of like outright blackmail way. He would do it in sort of like weeb way. Like exactly like what he did with Agent Nicholas and with the girl. With the girl... I don't remember what's the name of the girl. Nanami or something. I don't know if you remember. It's old characters. But yeah. Anything to live out his fantasy, basically, yeah. そもそも PSI ドライブはババアの全面的な技術協力を元に作成されたもので、当初はババアがいなければメンテナンスもおぼつかないありさまだったのだが、開発開始からすでに3年が経過している。At the start. To start, PSI drive technology was completely based on Baba, supervised by her 全面 complete, thorough technological prowess relied purely on Baba's technological prowess. 技術協力 technical okay, all right technical cooperation, there we go, whatever. So that's Kaneyama couldn't even provide maintenance without her help. However, 3 years had passed since the start of development. 3年もあれば異質な異世界遺産技術の理解も技術蓄積も進み、ババ抜きでも依存ピアサイドライブのオーバーホールや欠損部品の生産、新規ピアサイドライブの作成も可能になる。Lot of time to Three years was quite a lot of time to analyze and understand even worldly technology. ババ抜きでも依存ピアサイドライブ。Now, without Baba, Kaneyama Tech was, let's make it Kaneyama Tech. Because Kaneyama is the name of the president. So, Kaneyama Tech, more than capable of providing complete overhauls to PSI drives, producing replacement parts, and developing entire new models. Entire new PSI drives, but then we can replace the word with model so it is not as repetitive. Yep. There we go. Wait, isn't what he's doing to this man called indentured servitude? I don't know what to say to you, man. It's sort of like you did this man like a terrible wrong, and so you can never really like the relationship is never the same again. Like you can never one up this person anymore because you've done them like a terrible wrong, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This is an interesting conversation though. I was wondering how to say old lady badly in English, so Baba. No. This is her name. This is the character's name. Her actual name. Her actual name is this. Lonania Lilinania Babanyan. Babanyan is her actual name. So it's a stupid name. So no, Baba by itself is not an actual word. Unlike what all the hololive clips would have you believe. 金山テックは東京証券取引所にも上場 上場している正真正銘の大企業でアマテラスと提携を始めてからその業績は右肩上がりに伸び続けている。Tech was a 正真正 genuine that was even listed on the this is the Tokyo stock market, isn't it? Stock exchange. Tokyo stock exchange. After it take it cooperation after it accepted being performance had risen 右肩上がり had practically soared. How do we feel about this? Was it genuine? Kaneyama Tech was a genuine corporate giant that was even listed on a Tokyo Stock Exchange. I think this is a good way of combining the two sentences. What do you think? Kaneyama Tech was a genuine company that, after becoming Amaterasu's business partner, had seen its performance shoot up so sharply that it had already become listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Because I believe before it was partnered with Amaterasu, so before Volume 2, it wasn't listed yet. It was just like a small, it was a new company that Kaneyama had just started. Yes. And I believe, yes. Okay, so that, there we go. Yee. Bro, what? Is the bro what about this? I don't know. You tell me. We did think about whether to make this Baba Nan or Baba Nyan, but you know, whatever. it's fine. It's still stupid. It's still stupid. I'd like to think Sago eventually gained the ability to make rips between dimensions so Grandma Lolly can go home and come back whenever. I'm afraid that's not a thing. I'm afraid no. Well, she doesn't even want to go home. She got sick of home because she's lived 900 something years and she's sick of being the queen of the world and everything, and nothing happened. So 豊富な資金力を設備投資と人材募集育成に注ぎ込み、福利厚生も充実。最近では電車の中で広告を見かけるし、テレビ CM も売っている。 なんで CM すんのhad enormous capital. It poured into human capital and設備投資 and infrastructure. It had enormous capital that it liberally invested in human capital and infrastructure. 人材募集育成 So investing in human capital is basically how we're gonna combine this, I think, right? So 人材募集 means to hire people and 育成 means to train them. So we're just gonna say invest in human capital, whatever. 福利厚生も充実 That liberally invest in human capital and infrastructure and provided conglomerate correct. Let's see. Maybe not quite. I think that's better. So what we did there is we switched the order of infrastructure and human capital because we also want to talk more about the human capital, right? So like the employee, providing all employees with 福利厚生を充実した福利厚生. So a very fulfilled social welfare. Like it's got everything, you know. It's got dental, it's got health, it's got probably if you have children, I forgot what the word for that is, maternity leave, right? It's probably got everything. So that's what that means. 充実した福利厚生. That's do you call it welfare? You call it benefits. What do you call it again? Welfare facilities, company benefits. Is welfare program not correct? Social welfare insurance. Providing all employees more than Jennifer. I think that's fine. I think we're gonna leave that there. Yep. Wouldn't hurt to see her family though, maybe that will throw a wrench in their world politics. I don't remember who it was. Was it her daughter or her younger sister took over? She's done. It doesn't go there. What are A1 benefits? What are A1 benefits? Is this what I should be looking at? Life insurance, employee benefits. I think that's basically the term that we're looking for, and that's fine. So we already have the word employee here, so we're just gonna leave the word benefit and be done with that. Yeah. 最近では電車の中で広告を見かけるし、テレビ CM を売っている。Noticed their advertisements on the train recently. I spotted advertisement on a train recently, and knew they were also purchasing Is that the way to say that? I spotted their, I don't want to use advertisement. 広告. Well, okay, it's advertisement. That's dark. I spotted their advertisements on a train recently, and I knew they were also purchasing commercial CM. Is that a CM? What do you guys call it? Commercial. They're airing commercials, and they were also airing commercials. I can't spell live commercials on TV. There we go. Yes. For getting rid of the repetition. Yes. It's just a saying. A1 being a category of the best meat sauce. So when something is A1, is the best of that thing. Really? Why is it A1? When I think of A as a category of things, I think of don't know what A1 is. Never heard of anything actually using A1. Oh well. 金回りが良く、優秀な人材が集まり、信頼もできる。3拍子揃った都合の良い秘密結社支援団体の名である。With their healthy money flow, 優秀な人材。They had very healthy money flow. Very talented. Kane mawari ga ii. Is this an actual circulation of money? Financial standing. They were financially stable. Stable, had very talented employees, and were trustworthy. 3拍子揃った。The 3 points, 3 factors of being financially stable, having very talented employees, and being trustworthy made Kanayama Tech the perfect support group. I'm not sure support group is the right word here, but let's finish this sentence first. For a secret organization. Backing company. Another word for company. Gimme. Company. The perfect backing institution? The perfect backing corporation. Something like this. Yeah. To be honest, we use something like AAA rated beef. Then it goes from A to D and then 1 to 5, with A and 1 being the best of each. A, B, C. Inferior. Let's see what was it that you did. AAA beef. Canadian beef grades. Aha! You've just doxed yourself. You've identified where you're from. Okay. Okay. What the okay, whatever. Moving on. Moving on. 都合のいい会社に育つように年力や冠城さんの手回しで何年もサポートしまくっているから当然の成り行きなのだが、金山テク俺たちが育てた。都合がいい convenient。We had supported Yama Tech through my telekinesis and Kaburagi-san's maneuvering. So it could be said that we had made Kanayama Tech Then again, it had been thanks to our support at Kaneyama Tech at developing the perfect backing enterprise over the past 3 years. The flow is a bit wrong. It doesn't really flow well. Of course, it hadn't. So we're still here. Okay, this is where we're done up to, and then this is where we're struggling with this one sentence, and we're doing it. We're doing variations of it. It could be said, however, natural. I think I like this. So we're gonna delete this, right? Like so. 都合のいい会社で育つように年力や冠城さんの手橋で何年をサポートしまくってるから当然の成り行きの段が当然の成り行き so it's a natural flow of matters. So so that there's a but in there, there's a however in there. It could be said, however, that it was only natural for Kaneyama Tech to be the perfect backing enterprise for us. So Tozen and Nariyuki, so it's a natural flow of things. So it's natural to be this. So we're purposely repeating this here. That's it. That's an on-purpose thing. As over the past few years, we have been actively supporting it through my telekinesis and with my telekinesis and Kaburagi-san's maneuvering. Yeah, that's sort of how. Yeah, yep. Okay, that works. Okay. 金山のテクは俺たちが育てた。We were the ones. We were the ones who made it big. It doesn't really have the same snap, does it? L. A. Ah. How you doing, L? Doesn't really have the same snap. Kaneyama Tech は俺たちが育てた。I was thinking of something like Kaneyama Tech is our baby. That's a bit too much. It's a bit. They're not insisting on who it belongs to. Who cultivated it? We were the ones who cultivated it. Yeah. Unless if there's like a meme thing. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's move on. It's not snappy. It's a bit but moving on. その金山テクに開発を依頼して形になりつつある新型 PSI ドライブこそがワープゲートと変身リングである。どちらも刺激の血液燃料で稼働する。Here we go. We finally get to the interesting part. That was a lot of weird stuff to slog through, but yes, finally, interesting stuff. The new PSI drive that I had requested off Kaneyama Tech. Katachi ni naritsu. Starting to get into shape. Starting to come into shape. Starting to get into shape is a different thing. Get into shape is people hitting the gym. Coming to fruition. Taking shape. Taking form, coming together, shaping up. I'm gonna leave that for now. Koso ga Yokoso gamen. Koso. It's emphasize. Other than markets. I'm not sure about adding none other here, but it sort of works. Sort of. Whatever. Alright, leave it. Blah. Blah. Teaching my family how to poke each other with metal sticks. What are you talking about? Now I'm deciding whether I want to play Apex. Downloaded it yesterday and played with some friends, but I can't hit anything. Sounds like a fun way to get rid of your least favorite cousin. So, like, when you say metal sticks, man. When you say, I think of chopsticks, because I use metal chopsticks, and using metal chopsticks to poke people. Well, whatever, man. Just poking people is always a fun thing, no matter what you use. Oh, did you just get did you just get the jab, Xavier? Oh dear. I scheduled mine for next Monday. Not really looking forward to it, but yeah. I have to do it, I guess. Both ran on fuel. From Shigeji's blood. Shigejiのユニバーサコミアは29回で成長が止まり、最終格の限界容量は that。これは大体大型トラック1体分に相当する。After undergoing 29 rounds of growth, Shigeji's universal Komir had stopped. Clarified, had solidified. Establish. Oh fuck, I should not have done that. I should not have done that. There's so many. This. Copy pasted it and add the comma and add the space. That's a lot of liters. Why is it liters though? Why is it liters and not like square meters? Anyways, これは大体大型トラック1体分に突入。It was roughly just right for storing average large truck. 大型トラック I mean large semi-trailer. Let's go with that. I don't know what a semi-trailer is. Let's look for it. Ooh, oh, that's big, man. Shigeji, good going. Semi-trailer. Nice. Let's add the word truck in there. Let's add that back in. Yep. Okay. Hmm? 射程は黒いもやが届く範囲に限られ、黒いもやを伸ばせるのは5メートルが限度。つまり、シゲジが無敵に近い戦闘力を発揮したり、瞬間移動したりできるのは5メートル範囲内に限られるんだ。The range at which the maximum range at which he could extend his black mist was 5 meters, which meant that it was only within a 5-meter radius that he could exercise his mutekiness. His muteki means unbeatable. His unbeatableness. He's not exactly invulnerable. He's not invulnerable. He's just really, really strong. So invulnerable would be like if he had like super high like ENT stat, but no. What's happened with Shigeji is his attack is super high. His ATK is super high. How can we word this? It was only within 5-meter radius that he exercises his almost infinite attack power. His irresistible infinite attack power. unstoppable, unmatched, undefeatable. Yeah, you could teleport within these 5 meters. He could teleport himself instantaneously, and was almost unbeatable. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna bed soon now. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for coming, Pawn Kennedy. Thank you. Good night. We said we were gonna power through. I said I was gonna power through the rest of the chapter of the stream, but that's not happening. That's not happening. There's gonna be one more stream for this, apparently. Clearly, it's gonna be one more week of. Sorry, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry. が、その射程の問題は PSI ドライブが解決する。New PSI drive was going to resolve this limitation for him. PSI ドライブに刺激の血液燃料を充填して起動すると黒いもやが出る。この PSI ドライブによって発生したもやは悪が通じてつながっている。When new PSI drive ran on Shigeji's blood was activated, the black mist would appear. A black mist would appear. This black mist was connected to the, what do we call the thing? The pocket, the hyperdimensional. Shigeji's power. したがって例えばブラジルに置いた PSI ドライブを起動させ同時に東京で別の PSI ドライブを起動すれば発症した2つのもや通じてブラジルから東京へ東京からブラジルへワープできるのだ。したがって In other words, see, now we're getting somewhere. Therefore, accordingly, if a PSI drive left in Brazil was activated, Brazil and one in Tokyo. If a PSI drive in Brazil and another PSI drive in Tokyo were both activated at the same time, it was possible to warp between the 2 points through the black mist. Now we're really getting somewhere, aren't we? Now we're really getting somewhere. Chapter 8. After it's been a long time. It was a little okay. It's been a whole thing. Now we finally get to what the author wants to do with Shigeji's power, man. More specifically, Okay, that's another thing that I used to do like more specifically. But I mean, technically, if you're gonna get specific, it means you're getting more specific. So it's not necessary. Specifically, in order to travel from Tokyo to Brazil, colon, 1. 東京の PSI ドライブを起動 Activate PSI Drive in Tokyo もやを発生しもやの中に周囲の空気が流れ込み悪眼に格納されていく、Black list is generated. Air flows into 中に周囲の the air all around. Let's just go air. No need to say the air all around. This is air flows in and becomes stored. 悪眼容量が釘で満杯になる前にもやに飛び込む。Jump into the mist before the hyperdimensional pocket becomes completely filled with air. ブラジルの PSI ドライブを起動。Okay, activate the PSI drive in Brazil. 東京とブラジルの間で悪眼が許容される。The pocket becomes accessible from both Tokyo and Brazil. 東京の PSI ドライブをオフにする。Turn. Deactivate. Let's go deactivate the PSI drive in Tokyo. ブラジルの PSI ドライブをオフにする。Activate the PSI drive in Brazil. Wait, it didn't mention coming out of the pocket. Hold on. 悪眼が解除され、ブラジル側で格納されていた空気のために飛び込んだものが吐き出される。Oh, I see. The pocket becomes dispelled. Kaijo, right? Dispelled. Spitting out all the air and whatever it was that entered the pocket on the Brazilian side. Pocket becomes dispelled, spitting out all the air and whatever it was that entered the pocket on that entered the pocket. No. Okay, no, this is a bit weird. Everything in the pocket on the Brazilian side, so like it's spitting out on the Brazilian side. There we go. Okay, that's better. Why we didn't like that is because it could have been misread as everything that entered the pocket on the Brazilian side becomes spat out. So that's not what we want to say, because we want to say whatever enters the pocket becomes spat out on the Brazilian side. So there we go. So we had to sort of rearrange the sentence a little bit. And that's what we did. こういう手順を踏む必要がある。This was a process that had to be followed. Process had to be strictly followed. しげじ本人のもやも PSI ドライブのもやもすべて同じアクにつながることを利用したギミックだ。本人のもやも PSI ドライブのもやもwas because Shigeji's Shigeji himself and the black mist generated drives were all connected to the same place that this gimmick was possible. So we sort of flubbed it a little bit because つながることを利用したギミック. So this is a gimmick that takes advantage 利用する of blah blah blah. I didn't want to start the sentence again with the word this because we started the previous sentence with the word this. And I can't really think of a way to reword this sentence so it doesn't have the word this. Right, yeah, so we sort of did this and we reworded it sort of. It's because of blah 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 that this gimmick was possible. So yeah, rewording it, I'm sort of alright with how it became. まあ要するにしげじの地で動くワープゲートだ。まあ要するに means in short. In short, we now had I want to do that. That's a bit funny. This is the kind of thing that I cannot do in official publications. I'll have to do in short. Whatever. ワープゲート PSI ドライブは銀色の金属でできた長方形の枠でスイッチを入れると枠の中に波打つ漆黒のもやが発生する。すんごくワープゲートっぽい。was a silver metallic frame. 長方形 rectangular frame. Rectangular silver colored metallic frame. When it was switched on, スイッチ入れると輪の中に波打つ漆黒のもやが発生する。A black mist appears within the frame. Appeared. Looked really It looked poi. 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 Swapgate poi. It looked really, really like a warp game. It was very much the splitting image of a warp gate. It was the splitting image. It was exactly what people think of when talking about warp gates. Its appearance was exactly what people thought of. Its experience was exactly how people imagine warp gates to look like. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright like that. Yeah. Talking about like a whole different topic altogether, like the word waku. I want to talk about this because like for streaming, like we prepare streams, right? Like you know what it is, right? Like so like here's my YouTube channel thing, right? Like so like these things are called waku in Japanese. So like you would say like I've prepared the waku for my piano stream, and I prepared the waku for my Yakuza stream. Random advertising. these are happening in the future this week. In English, I'm not sure what you call them, right? Because like for example, if like this bugged out, and then in Japanese you could say like the waku was bugged out, so I've started a new waku. I mean, I guess you could say I've started a new stream, but like if you've prepared it in advance, you can't say the stream is ready, or like I've prepared the stream. I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. I can't think of a proper English word for the word waku in this case. So that's been something that waku. No. Here. So that's one thing that I've seen being wrong, where like Hololive members, when they tweet, and then Google does the auto translate thing, and then it translates the word waku as frame. So that's why you always see the word frame in the auto translated versions of like Hololive members' tweets. That's what the word is. That's where the word is from, waku. So normally it means frame, like as you can see here, you know, it's a frame, but it also means this. So, well, there you go. That's where that word is, and there's no English equivalent that I can think of. English, catch up. There you go. Going live. See, like you could say going live, but then that's you're describing what you're doing. Then it's not an actual noun for what this is. Like it wouldn't be like I have these are the two wakus for this week. It would be the way that you're supposed to use the word, but there's no English word for it. Like you can't say these are the two going lives this week. I mean, I guess maybe you could sort of, but then you'd be using it in a noun sense, so you'd be sort of using it as your own coined word. And well, it is what it is. すでに動物実験も済ませ、ワープに伴う安全性おおむね保証されている。 all the animal experiments were done. And we 와비를 도모나 안전세와 오면의 호쇼. It was indeed safe to use the gates. マウス実験の後に金山テクの研究員が初めて月面着陸 On the moon landing 月面着陸を試みる宇宙星のようにWait, what the fuck are you guys doing? 大ごそかにワープゲートに入り何事もなく出ている男女30人ほどのメンバーが全員試したん不調や後遺症はまとめられないため人間のワープゲートを通過は安全だと分かった悪がないは自我停止しているから核の通過中の記憶がないWow. Just English slang, man. They're just two streams. Like one's in a music stream or piano stream. Like you would say, like for example, I keep pressing the wrong thing. You could say like my piano stream is up, but that would mean that you're actually streaming right now, wouldn't it? You can't do it for advance. Like right now I have this, it's up. I can say my piano waku is up. So like maybe like check it for the time and things like that and blah blah blah. But it doesn't mean that I'm streaming in this waku right now. Like again, like the word would also be usable with the word in. It would be usable with the articles. Right now I'm streaming within this waku. I'm streaming within this stream. I guess you can say that I am streaming within the stream. But then you can't use the same word. You can't use the same word in this context. I guess it's one of those things where you would have to use different English words for different connotations of the same word, right? Like there's no direct English equivalent. Is basically what I'm saying. And I wish there was, you know. My piano stream crashed. Yeah, the uploads is definitely uploads is definitely off because when you're uploading a video, it's different from going live. See, because if you see manage video, when it goes create, so upload and go live are different things. So upload is not right. Yeah. What about Jisho's definition of time slot? I like that. The slot is up. The slot has been prepared. Like for example, if I want to say like today is Tuesday, so on Thursday the slot for the stream on Thursday is up. Thursday slot is up. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's the closest thing there is. I'm streaming within this slot right now. Yep, okay. And the slot for Thursday is up. The stream slot for Thursday is up. It sort of works. But it's the best thing that we have so far. I guess that's a very good suggestion. But the thing with the word slot is it's more time based rather than here the word can be both time, and it can also be just sort of like physically this thing. Well, like physical as in on the internet physical. But yeah, it sort of works. Sort of works. Yeah. In the broadcasting sense, sort of. Yeah. All right, let's finish this, and then we're gonna call it quits for today. Missed you so much. Yay. 8 pages, so we basically only did 3 pages today. マウス実験の後に金山テクの研究を始めて、after all the mouse experiments, do we use mouse? No. There's another word that we use for it, like gerbils? No. Test mice. No, there's another word for. White gerbil. No. White mice, right? Whatever. I guess we don't have to specify that it's white. After all the mouse experiments passed issue Kaneyama Tech researchers stepped into the gate with the Ogosoka, with the solemnness of the first man to stepped into the gate with the solemnness of being the first man to step onto the moon. And nothing untoward happened. A total of 30 30人, 男女30人です. A total of 30 men and women. Entire team of 30 men and women all tried it, and none reported Koisho. Sure. Feeling ill or any negative side effects. 人間のワープ系列が安全だと分かった。Through this, we now knew that these warp gates were safe for humans. 空間内は時間 and because time was stopped inside the hyperdimensional pocket. The researchers had no memories of entering and of when they entered and passed through. 問題は超能力者の通過。Let's leave that for next time because then it's gonna go into a whole thing about how so this is like the problem is espers or not so much problem. It's gonna talk about what would happen if the espers went in. So that's him. That's Toga-chan, Shorakun, Ig, Chris, blah 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 blah. So we're gonna leave that for next time. So sort of is a proper way to end this. Thank you for coming today. It's a bit, as always, it's a bit scuffed, sort of. Thank you very much for being here. Really, like, I really appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the comments, and yeah, that's about it. As I said, I'm afraid this chapter isn't coming out this week because there's still quite a bit going on. We're gonna stream this for one more week, and then it's gonna come out next week. So that's what's gonna happen. I realize I should probably do this more, but here is just a little bit of advertising for the actual series. So volume 1, volume 2, you can buy it on all these places. This is my own site. This is my site, and that's the page. You can buy volume 1, volume 2. And that's the way to support me, and then that's the way to support the author if you buy the Japanese version. And then this is where all the chapters that we worked on afterwards are. So there you go. And that's that. As always, so we're doing this fan translation thing with the author's permission. So yeah, just clarifying that. Otherwise, thank you for being here. Really. Good stream. Abdul, thank you for commenting. Thanks for coming. Thanks to everybody. And it is now 12 noon, so I'm gonna go grab lunch. So I wish a good rest of the day to everybody. I believe some people it's midnight now, so good night to you also. All right, that's it for today. Thank you, and bye bye. Johnny.